Good morning. It is the final week of classes and it is Tuesday. I fully intended to start this vlog yesterday, but I didn't because the past couple of weeks have been a lot. And I needed a mental health day. So I canceled everything that was on my schedule for yesterday, emailed my supervisor at work, emailed all of my patients, and told them I just needed a day. I didn't tell my patients why I needed a day, but I just told them I wasn't able to meet. But I emailed my supervisor and told them that I just needed a mental health day. And so, hold on, I'm gonna put my phone on the tripod so that I can start making my breakfast. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully I'm not too backlit and this looks okay. If it doesn't, I'm so sorry, but it looks okay-ish on my phone. So I'm just gonna keep going. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I needed a mental health day yesterday, so I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything work or school related, really, other than like answer a few emails. But I skipped all my meetings, canceled all my patients, because the last couple of weeks has just been a lot. So I'm not really sure how much you all are aware of what's going on in the country right now. And I usually don't really ever overtly talk about politics on my channel. And that's for a few reasons, but currently in New York City and across the country, there were encampments set up across universities, on campuses, of students peacefully protesting for in support of a free Palestine. And if you haven't been clocked into the news lately, then you won't know this, but in New York City, on several campuses, including mine, NYPD and riot police were called on students who were peacefully protesting. And a lot of students were injured, a lot of students were arrested, and it's just really hard to watch that happen. These are students who have put really their whole sort of futures at risk to support an amazing cause and to call for a ceasefire, and to call for universities to divest from businesses and organizations whose money is funding the genocide that's currently happening, and to have their right to peacefully protest on campuses that are supposed to be safe for them just ripped away from them. And not only that, but by the institutions themselves. On my campus, we are very aware of who it was who initiated the call for NYPD to come on campus. And the call came after students at the encampment and students who were protesting were assured by this person that they would be allowed to peacefully protest. And so, yeah, it was just really hard to see. And the reason I don't really have any makeup on yet, I'm not fully dressed yet, is because there is a very likely chance that as a response to what happened on my campus this past week, that students and teachers alike will join in a general strike and not use campus facilities or resources. And so there is a very likely chance that the class that I TA for on Tuesdays will not meet on campus today. So that is why I'm not dressed yet. So since there is a pretty good chance that I won't have to leave my apartment today, I figured, why not make myself an actual breakfast? So I'm just making myself some scrambled eggs. But apart from all of that terrible news, I still have to do other stuff today. I still have, what is it called? Group supervision, there we go. For my externship. Although today it's not really group supervision. It's our final technique seminar of the year. This is the last, not the last time we're gonna meet, but the last time we're going to have this particular sort of meeting. And our technique seminars are just like, we read something and talk about how it applies to clinical work, how it applies to like clinical technique that we use with patients. So I have that meeting at 11. It's currently 9:15. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. It's the last week of the semester and my school is once again in shambles. God, I truly just wish there was 1 year, just like 1 year that goes by and my school can do something right, you know? It is unfortunate that it's happening during this particular vlog that I decided to do. I decided that I was gonna do this vlog like weeks ago. I vlogged the first week of the semester, so I decided I was gonna vlog the last week of the semester. And it just so happened that this is what's happening during the last week of the semester. So I don't really know how this vlog is gonna turn out, but we're gonna trust the process, because truthfully, like, this is real life. This is what's happening right now. So if this vlog turns out to be less exciting and less stimulating, because I don't end up going to campus all week, I apologize in advance, but we'll see how things turn out. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish making my eggs, make some toast, make some tea, and I'll be back a little later. Just a quick update, literally, like, as I sat down to eat my breakfast at my desk, I looked at my email and the email came in about 20 minutes ago. Class will in fact be online today. So yeah, there is a very likely chance that this will be what the rest of the week looks like. The strike is like not an official strike, like no union or anything called the strike. This is just like students and teachers who are in solidarity with the students who were wronged by the administration. Yeah, we want to show the school that, like, we don't support the decisions they've made and the unjust action that they took. So yeah, anyway, in other news, I will show you what I made for breakfast. So, some nice scrambled eggs. I added a little bit of cheese, avocado, and toast. I know I said in some video recently, or not recently, this might have been like way back in the beginning of the semester, that I was like, I had an avocado ick, because I had been eating it so much for like a year. So I stopped eating it for a few months, and now I'm back. I don't think I'm as like obsessed with it as before, but like I can eat it again, so it's lovely. Also, I have stopped drinking coffee. I am officially a tea girly now. And I'm very proud of myself. I went through like a whole like withdrawal period. Caffeine addiction is real. I wasn't like seriously addicted to the point where like I needed coffee like, you know, throughout the day. Well, yeah, I did. I did need coffee throughout the day to function. But I started realizing that my affinity for caffeine was really starting to impact my mental health. It was ramping up my anxiety to like infinity every day. And so I stopped drinking coffee. I went through like a really bad withdrawal period. I had a headache for like a week straight. I felt like really sick and nauseous. So if anyone tells you that caffeine addiction is not a thing, it is a thing. Because my body was wreaking havoc on me that week. But yeah, that was about 2 months ago, and I haven't really gone back to coffee since. I have had coffee like over the course of that time, but I'm not like drinking it every day. Like I'll have it like once every couple of weeks. So that's where we're at, and I'm proud of myself. I will probably start drinking coffee again soon. I really am just trying to get my anxiety under control and keep it under control. And with these new meds that I've been taking, I think I'm pretty close to being at that point. So I will probably start drinking coffee again soon, because truthfully, non-caffeinated tea is just not, it just doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. I drink it because I feel like I have to right now, not because I actually want to. But once I feel like I no longer have to, coffee will be ingested. So anyway, I'm gonna eat. I'll be back later.
I want to say that I hope that we can have a calm, reasoned, and respectful conversation. I don't want to be in a position to have to sort of control the discussion in any way. I would like it to be as free and open as possible.
We are concerned about the department's silence and respectfully request that the clinical faculty discuss each of these issues articulated above and formally communicate their positions on them with the students. We as students feel fearful, confused, unseen, and unguided. While we do not anticipate that the faculty will be able to come to a consensus on all the above items, we wish for the faculty to model professionalism, clinical well-being, and principled integrity as both psychologists and professors, by at minimum explicitly and transparently naming ruptures, global and on campus, acknowledging differences among faculty, among students, and between faculty and students, and establishing a common ground wherever possible.
Hello, it is Wednesday, It is now like 5 o'clock in the afternoon / evening, and I'm about to leave to go to class. Today has been a very low energy day. I didn't come back last night because after, what did I have? My 11 a.m. meeting, and then I had the class on Zoom. We were just finishing up student presentations. After that, I started getting a headache / migraine. So I took a nap, and then I woke up at 8, and then I showered and went back to sleep. And then I woke up today, and just kind of like, today is just like I'm not feeling it kind of day. I didn't really feel like speaking to my camera first thing in the morning. So I just kind of went about my morning as usual and showed you bits and pieces of it. I went to the gym, I ate breakfast, I answered a bunch of emails, I was working on my final paper, and then I like got dressed and stuff, and the clip that probably came right before this one, my school's psychology department called a meeting to talk about what's been happening on campus and to talk about how everyone, students, faculty alike, are feeling about things right now. What is this on my, oh no, did my hair do that? Oh well. I can't make myself care right now. I'll do something to fix it before I leave. But yeah, they called a meeting to talk about what's been happening on campus. One of the students read a statement that some of the clinical psychology PhD students put together. Another student read a statement that she wrote herself, and then we were just sort of having some discussion. I didn't record past the statement from the clinical psych students because people were being like really vulnerable and open, and I didn't feel like it was appropriate to record all of that. But yeah, I am about to leave to head to class. Class is not happening on campus. We are actually meeting off campus at a lounge type area. One, to sort of celebrate the end of the semester, but then also to continue this conversation with our professors in particular. And we, I think what we're really hoping for is just to sort of gain some clarity on where the faculty stands on the matter of what happened on campus recently, because a statement hasn't been put out by our department. And I think we're all feeling sort of disappointed about that. So yeah, that's what's happening tonight. That's where I'm going. It's end of semester celebration / or end of year celebration / roundtable. If I can record a little bit of that conversation, I will. I'm not sure if I can record. I'm not sure if I'll be able to record any of it at all. But I will try to see if anything feels recordable. But yeah, I will be back when I come home. Okay, I'm home. It is very late. It's like 10:30. Yeah, I didn't record anything. When we all got there, we sort of like ate and just very casually mingled for a bit before we dove into the conversation. We did, in fact, sort of pick up the conversation where the meeting before class sort of left off. because I was going to say a lot of us, but I think pretty much all of us were feeling pretty, like not at all comforted or satisfied with the way the faculty responded in that meeting. And so I didn't record because once again, the conversation got very vulnerable. I almost cried at one point. It was just like a really sort of difficult emotional conversation to have. But yeah, then the professor sort of left us, just the students there, and so we just hung out for a bit afterwards to debrief and then just have a few laughs. I left most folks there. I needed to come home. I'm tired. I am an old woman. I cannot be out past 10 o'clock anymore. So yeah, that was today. I'm going to go get ready for bed because I'm very tired. As you can see, what is that? My second time yawning in 2 minutes. I got an email today that my class for tomorrow has been moved online. So, my God, my body's going through a lot right now. Yeah, so I will be home tomorrow again. But I will see y'all then. Good night. Good morning. It is Wednesday. I don't know why I always start off each morning telling you what day it is. It's just, I don't know, I feel the need to inform you of the day of the week, even though you can probably tell what day of the week it is based on what day I started vlogging. Not only that, but I am absolutely incorrect because it is not Wednesday. It is Thursday. Wow. Oh, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. It's Thursday and I have already gone through most of my morning. It's almost noon. I just got out of supervision. It was really good supervision. I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but I have 2 supervisors for work. I have my primary supervisor, which is one of the co-directors of the program. And then I have a second supervisor who is a postdoc or postgrad. But I see my primary supervisor on Mondays when I'm in the office, and I see my secondary supervisor on Thursdays. And I just absolutely love my supervision with my secondary supervisor. I think it's in a lot of ways, it's much easier to talk to her because we're like closer in proximity, and she's also a person of color, which is helpful. And she's also a woman. So it's just easier to talk to her sometimes, and she offers really helpful guidance. So yeah, I just got out of that. I have one patient. Why did my voice do that? I have one patient that I see on Thursdays remotely. And then, so I have like an hour before I meet with that patient. And then I have class at 4. And I think I said this last night. My class got moved to Zoom, of course, because we're refusing to do anything on campus right now. So that's pretty much all that's on the agenda today. Nope, I'm lying. I also have to finish my final paper because that is due tomorrow, and I'm only a couple of pages in. I'm only like 2 or 3 pages into that final paper, and it has to be 12 to 15. So tonight and tomorrow are going to be just dedicated writing days. I think I'm just going to chill for the next hour before my session. This patient in particular is a patient that our sessions tend to get pretty heavy. And so I try my best to, what is this little curl right here? What is going on? Is that my edges? Okay, that's weird. Our sessions tend to get a bit heavy, and so I always try my best to just like do some relaxation before and after sessions. So usually like the hour between when I finish supervision and when I start that session, I usually just don't do anything, like nothing work related, just so that I can make sure that I am grounded for this session, because if I am not grounded, chances are she won't come in very grounded. So I need to make sure that I'm grounded so that I can then help ground her, and then we can speak. So I try to just relax, do nothing, stay grounded, so that I can hold space for her. And then we'll go through the session. And then usually after that session, I again sort of just sit here and not do anything for about an hour, so that I can decompress from the session, write my note. It's a process, but I'm starting to realize, like, once I'm doing this full time, I will need to be one of those therapists that takes an hour in between each patient. Like, truly, I don't understand how people have sessions back to back all day. I did it last year when I was at the counseling center. I would have like 3 or 4 patients back to back, and I would always end up feeling so drained by the end of it. I am definitely going to be one of those therapists who needs to like see a patient, have an hour break, see a patient, have an hour break. We'll see if that is sustainable to make a living, but yeah, I can't do the back-to-back sessions. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to start my hour of relaxation now, and then I will be back a little later.
So both women really show how they grapple with these two seemingly contradictory hegemonic discourses. So the US discourse that really overemphasizes a cannibalized version of empowerment that rejects danger, there seems to be a lot of parallels with scholars around the world. So, and also important for raising important questions that kind of pave the way towards social change. As I mentioned, a lot of it happens in the psyche.
Good morning. It's Friday. It is relatively early. It's just about 9:30. I'm just drinking some tea, and then I am going to head to the coffee shop up the street. I'm gonna sit there and do some work for the next few hours. I need to get out of my apartment. I just already know from the way I woke up this morning that if I sit in my apartment, I'm not gonna be able to get any work done. And I have my final paper that I need to finish that is due tonight. So that is the plan for the morning. Yesterday, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, yesterday was rough. There was a whole portion of my day that I did not and could not show. Yeah, I'm not really gonna get into it, but I am feeling very drained, and just like not able to really focus at all. So I don't really know how writing is gonna work today. But after my class yesterday, the thing that happened between the end of my session with my client and my class, and I was late to class, so I was really only there for like the last hour of it. But after class, I just sort of shut down for the day and got nothing done. So today is like a day that I really need to focus and buckle down and finish this paper. And I just know that like I'm not going to be able to do that inside my apartment. So hopefully going to the coffee shop will help. And yeah, I have other things to do today, but for now I'm gonna hurry up and finish my tea so I can leave, because the sooner I get there the better. So I will be back later. Mess. As you can see, I'm back home. I spent like 4-ish hours, about 4 hours at the coffee shop this morning. I came home because I had a patient to see that was rescheduled from Monday since I didn't work on Monday. But I don't normally see patients on Fridays. And then I was supposed to have a meeting right after, but thankfully that got canceled. So the rest of my day is pretty much just gonna be me trying to finish this paper. I put on like bare minimum makeup for my session because my dark circles were probably gonna scare the shit out of my patient. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I just like don't have the energy to vlog anything for the rest of today, and truthfully, like I'm not gonna be doing anything for the rest of today except sitting in front of my computer. So I think I'm just gonna end this vlog here. I apologize that this vlog might have been like not interesting. But I had planned weeks ago to vlog the final week of the semester, and this just happened to be what the final week of the semester looked like. It is sort of a real anticlimactic ending. It didn't even really hit me until my patient brought it up. Because my patient that I met with today is also a grad student, and she knows I am a grad student, and asked me when the last day of my semester was, and it didn't hit me until my patient asked me that question that it was yesterday. And that like, yeah, like my semester is over. And it sort of just like took a back seat to everything else that happened yesterday. And that is continuing to happen. So yeah, I'm sorry that this vlog ended up being this. But hopefully I will, well, not hopefully, I plan to do some vlogging over the summer. I still have my dissertation proposal to defend, and so that will be in my next dissertation diary whenever that ends up coming out. I also plan to vlog while I am visiting family. So yeah, there should be at least 2 or 3 vlogs coming out during the summer. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna just call this here. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I truly appreciate it, because I know this was probably a tough one to get through. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Leave me a comment, let me know how your semester went, how you're feeling at the end of your semester, what your plans are for the summer. And yeah, as always, like, share, and subscribe, and click that little notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. And I'll see you in my next one.